in 5th place in my power rankings and moving down 2 from last year, I have Tonga. I didn't see any redeeming qualities in either of their performances, aside from a few individuals that deserve some praise. There's good moments from them, but as a unit, my God, it was awful. They conceded 74 points in 2 games. 74 points. And scored 20. They had 3 tries. The first try that they scored in the campaign was against Samoa with a minute to go, after they'd already conceded 34 points. The second try they scored was against New Zealand. New Zealand had a sin bin at the time, and the third try they scored against New Zealand was with 5 minutes to go. That's it. That's the points that they put up. And defensively, again, conceding 74 points is unacceptable for that team list that they announced. It was really easy for both New Zealand and Samoa to get up the field. There was a lot of energy from both New Zealand and Samoa. The backs could get out of trouble very easily, and then at the end of sets, the forwards would join in and just get them even further up the field, and then Tonga could get pinned back. They were not ready for the dogfight through the middle. And if you told me before the Pacific Championships, looking at the squad that Tonga announced, that Tonga was not going to be prepared and was not going to be equipped to compete with New Zealand and Samoa's forward pack, I would have said, you are talking shit. But it turns out you would have been right. They were not ready for it at all. And by the way, they had 18 errors in each game. Not in one game or the other, in each game. 71% completion in game 1. That plummeted to 62% completion in game 2. Now, the only thing I can think of as a positive for next year is that they've got a strong squad anyway. You'd assume it wouldn't be as bad in the World Cup next year as it was this year. There's a lot of young players. Like, you look at that spine, for example. Lehigh Hapuate at 1. He's going to get a lot more experience this year for the Seagulls. Isaiah Iongi at 6. Normally plays at fullback for the Eels, so he's not normally a 6, but will get a lot more NRL experience this year, or next year for the Eels. And then Isaiah Katoa. I thought he would have been a lot better in terms of controlling things for Tonga. It wasn't his best campaign, but he had a great 2025 campaign for the Dolphins. Hopefully he can improve it even more in 2026 for the Dolphins, then with a more experienced spine overall. Young players, really exciting, really quick and skillful, they can produce much better performances in the World Cup. There's definitely positives because of the squad that they can produce for next year, and they've got a good head coach in Christian Wolf, but they were not good in the Pacific Championships, and they will move down 2 into 5th.